Well, Danny, a first pre-season defeat this evening. What did you make of it?
Yeah, we got beat. You know, it's not about the results pre-season, that's for sure. You know, I've said it for the past God knows how many pre-season friendlies. It's not really about the result at the end of the day. It's about coming through unscathed and getting minutes in players' legs and working on the fitness aspect more than anything really. And then obviously our principles in possession and out of possession, how we like to play. So it was an interesting evening really to watch in terms of us in possession and out of possession. Some players that hadn't played many minutes. So we learnt a lot.
The second half seemed to be a lot more open than the first, which seemed to be a little disjointed at times. Why do you think that was?
I just think it's the connection between each unit really, the defenders, the midfielders and the attackers. It's always been connected, and we talk about starting positions. So when you're in possession, having a good starting position, how we want to play out, and then if it's blatantly not on to play out, then obviously you've got to miss the press out and go a bit longer, bypass that and play in the middle third, which we didn't do enough. We didn't recognise where the space was, but it's a learning curve for some of the players. It really is.
In terms of your team selection, obviously yesterday we brought in Will Bell and Dan Cowan, two centre-halves. We had a trialist centre-half out tonight. Does that indicate that you're still looking to strengthen in that area?
Not really, no. I mean, we'd already invited the centre-half in to play tonight before Dan and Will had signed. So, you know, we were still looking then, and we didn't feel it was right to tell him not to bother. So we'd give him a fair chance, which we said we would do. So we'll look back at it and see where he's up to. Dan's a little bit behind. I know he's a fit lad, but with his match fitness, he's only played the 45 minutes previous to this. So it was important he got a good number of minutes behind him today, and he's come through uninjured because that's what he picked up. He picked up a knock in the last game he played against West Brom. So it was good for him to get those minutes in his legs, it really was. And for others as well, I thought there was some fantastic performances. Trey Pemberton put in a fantastic performance. Had to drop back at right back, proves he's versatile, he can play that position, which is good for him, it really is. Harry Bauer, he put in a fantastic performance as well, and he's not a natural central midfielder either. He's more of a 10 or a wide man really, so for him to be able to play an 8 is great for him as well.
Joe Mason made some fine saves too, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah. Young Joe that's come in, he made some fantastic saves. It's a massive learning curve for him as well, playing with players that he's not really played with before. So in that regard, it wasn't easy, but he made some tremendous saves. He really did. We know what Joe's all about. We really do. So that's hence why he's with us. We're looking to send him out on a dual reg so he can get his experience and really kick on, which will be important for him.
Nothing he could do really about the opening goal, but we were a little bit frustrated about the amount of space that Lloyd had to dispatch his header. Yeah,
we spoke about it after, and we speak about it in general. It's about doing the basics well and sticking to those aspects and those principles. I mean, if you're marking a man, make sure you don't get a free header. Make sure you stay with him. First and foremost, that really is the basic principle of defending. Don't make it easy for them. Players will get headers, they will get shots off, but make it difficult for them. So from that perspective, it was disappointing. But we created some fantastic opportunities ourselves. We got into some really good positions in the final third, and you know, it was either that shot that got blocked, it should have been another pass just to open them up again, and on the counter attack as well, we had some moments as well. It was just the final ball, the final decision was a little bit disappointing, but that's it. That's how it goes.
Now, Danny, are you going to be honest, or are you going to tell us that it was a stroke of tactical genius to bring Andy Owens on?
It's one of them, you know. He needed some minutes. He's not had as many as some others, so he was always coming on at that stage. But I think more so, young Liam McCall, who came on, he orchestrated that goal by his quick touch and the switch of play. We work on opposites a lot. When the ball's on one side, how quickly can you get it to the other? And he did that fantastically well. And then obviously it's got played into Andy, and he's rolled the defender and finished very nicely. So from that perspective, it was brilliant to see young Liam getting on the ball and, you know, sticking to our principles in terms of moving it from side to side as quickly as possible. So fantastic for him.
A little bit disappointing, obviously, to concede the second goal. It was a great strike, fair play. Obviously, you'll be saying that it should have been closed down a little bit more, but we certainly fought to the end, didn't we? Because there was a number of chances, you know, to draw level yet again.
Yeah, we did. We'd had chances, but the disappointing thing for that goal was how it came about. I mean, we were our own worst enemies, really, in terms of we didn't play out quick enough. The starting positions weren't correct to arrive into the space to play out. We were stood in the space for too long, so when the straight ball came in, it was easily nicked. And you know, those little things, they make a big difference. We always talk about starting positions, having a good starting position, arriving in the space to receive the ball. When you arrive in the space, it's easier to either manoeuvre out of a tight situation or play it off first time, because the space is there. If you're already in the space, there's no space, and it's difficult. It really is. So we brought that on ourselves, and you know, for the lads looking back at it, to be able to look back and learn, definitely.
And just finally, Danny, Saturday brings the return of Serge on. In terms of where you're stood, do you think that represents our toughest pre-season challenge today?
Yeah, I'm sure it will do. Obviously, they're National League now, and I'm sure they will have strengthened to take them into the new season. So it will be a test. But you know, we've got a very, very good squad. We really have. So no matter who plays, we will give them a good go, and we're a match for anyone, really. We really are. It's in possession, out of possession. We've got players who can, you know, they really can open teams up, and we've got defenders who can defend. And like I said today, there's certain players that have come in and they've done themselves justice, and you know, they've given us something to talk about. They really have. But we'll go into it full of confidence, definitely.
Thanks very much, mate.
Thank you.